Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to come on and do a quick business casual makeup routine. That's like my work environment, and so I can't go like completely glam. I mean, I could, but I just don't want to blind anyone with my highlight and stuff like that. So I do a very quick morning routine just because I have to be at work by 8, but I wake up at, what time do I wake up? I wake up at almost 4:30 just so I can get ready, eat breakfast, and like go about my business because it takes me so long to, you know, get motivated to actually do my makeup. So I kind of just mess around until I'm like, okay, now I have 10 minutes left to look remotely decent for work. But I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Makeup Forever and Influenster. I don't really know how you say it, but I actually did a ton of their reviews for their, like, on their little app so I could hopefully get products, and I ended up getting the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation and their foundation stick. I really love the foundation stick. It does have like a weird smell, but I got over it when I saw the coverage. That's what I'm wearing today. And then this was a shade too, like, it's probably one shade too light for me, but I've used it as concealer. I used it for like my under eye, my cupid's bow, my forehead, and it worked perfectly. So if you had that issue with your foundation, just use it as a concealer and it works fine. And this is also full coverage, and they both feel like a layer of skin. You don't feel foundation on, and it doesn't get cakey. I know with a lot of foundations and concealers, you kind of like feel it on your skin and it's really gross, but these are really nice. But if you want to see how I got this look, which hopefully you can see it, I think I'm kind of close. It's pretty simple, but it's really nice, especially with the lip. I went with a Viper from Colourpop. That's one of my favorite colors from them. So if you want to see how I got the look, or you just want to watch me look like an idiot getting ready in the mornings, keep watching, and I will hopefully have more videos up soon. But hopefully you enjoy this one. If you don't watch me anymore. But if you do, thumbs me up. See you guys later. Okay, so to get into this tutorial, I'm using the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation stick. I was lucky enough to get this in a Vox box from Influenster, so I'm gonna try it out. It's actually super nice. It does, however, have this like weird smell, but you don't smell it once you put it on. It's just, I don't know, it's a very weird smell. I couldn't get used to it. But I did one layer on my face. I know Jaclin Hill, when I was watching her do a video with her Hourglass foundation sticks, she packed it on and it was insane. But it's kind of hard to get a cake face with foundation sticks. I just think they're a lighter formula, so you can really build it up to a super full coverage foundation. And I'm taking my Real Techniques, I call it a beauty blender, but I don't know what they actually call it, but I like to drag the foundation all over my face and then beat it in. I just think it works well for me. It seems to apply more seamlessly onto my face. I wish you could have heard me talking in this video. It was really hilarious, but I had to get rid of it because my camera started acting wonky, which it's so annoying because it's a Nikon and it decides to disrespect me like that. But anyways, I'm adding another layer of the foundation on just because I wanted a little bit more fuller coverage, but it does offer really good coverage just with that on your face. And then I'm going to come in with the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation that I also got, but it was a super light shade for me. It was kind of, I don't know, it was pretty pale, but I used it as concealer in this video and I thought it worked out pretty great. It's very tacky, so you're going to want to set it with powder. But I put it under my eyes and on my cupid's bow. I did a little nose highlight for you. And then I put some on my face. I put some on my forehead. And then I just kind of used my fingers to pat some of it in. And then I went in with my Real Techniques makeup sponge. I think that's what they call it. Who knows? And I just blended it into my face and it worked out pretty well. I actually really like this combo it came up with, especially with the Makeup Forever products, because I know I wouldn't spend $48 on it, so I'm glad that I got this in the mail and I got to test out because I really love the formula and love the finish. It literally just looks like skin when you put it on. As you can see, I still have bags under my eyes. They're pretty deep, so please forgive the makeup because nothing can save my bags. But I'm gonna set it with the CoverGirl loose powder, and then I just used what I like to call their little poof pad. I put it all over my face, and I also put it on my eyelids just kind of as a shadow base basically. And it really helps set the foundation and keep your face very matte throughout the day. This is actually super weird recording myself and watching my lips move. It's kind of freaky, but you gotta do what you gotta do. And then I guess I'm talking to myself as I'm looking for my next product. I'm going to take my Modern Renaissance palette. Love this, it's such a great fall palette. And I'm going to come in with a Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush, and I'm going to take the burnt orange shade and put it all over my lid. That's probably one of my favorite colors. I'm on this orange kick. I just want to buy everything orange. And as you can see, even my GME shirt is orange, and that's kind of the color of the ABH shade. I just love it so much. I think it's super pretty. So just put it all over. You can really build it up. I didn't put that much on, but it's, I don't know, it just reminds me of a pumpkin. And I'm talking to myself yet again to get a crown brush, which I really need to clean my brushes. I haven't in a few weeks. I'm going to go in with Vermeer. It's kind of their, I don't know how to describe it, but I really like it. It's just a really pretty shadow that has a little bit of sparkle to it, and I'm putting it on the inner corner and dragging it into 1/3 of my eye. So in a mouth problem, basically I have 2/3 of my eye left, which I'm going to put different colored foundation on. So just go to the inner corner and 1/3 of your eyelid, and you are preparing yourself to get one full makeup look. That was really dorky. That was too much math in that. And then the next shade that I went in with is Red Ochre. I put that on the middle of my eye and drug it over so it would blend in with Vermeer. Just don't take it above your crease. Just leave that bad boy alone. And this is basically the look I try to do every morning when I go to work. Maybe not the same with the eyeshadow, but I'm pretty consistent with my face and everything like that, just because I don't really have that much time in the mornings and I can't do a full-on slay at work, or they would probably think I'm crazy, which I don't know, they might already think I'm crazy. So, and then the last shadow I'm going to go in with is Antique Bronze, which is a super pretty color, and I also put that on my bottom lash line, which we'll see in the second half of this video. And also, I'm an idiot and forgot to show like the palette, so I'm kind of just pointing to all the colors right now to let you know that I finally remembered to show it to the camera. So just put that on the last third of your eye and create a V shape. Whenever I hear the V shape, I think of the V formation from the Mighty Ducks. So in this clip, I'm going on and on about my love for the Mighty Ducks. All 3 of the movies I have watched religiously, and they're probably one of my favorite trilogies. Do you recount sports movies as a trilogy? I don't know, but I definitely do. And I always think of Pacey from Dawson's Creek. I don't actually know what his real name is. Yeah, I do. It's like Joshua Jackson, right? Hopefully. But I just think he was so cute in those movies. And the rest of the cast, they were all great. God, I look like such a dork in the mornings. And then I'm gonna go in with my Becca Cosmetics and Jaclin Hill face palette collaboration, and I'm gonna take the two highlighting shades, which are Prosecco Pop and Champagne Pop, and I'm gonna put that on my brow bone, which go as insane as you want on your brow bone. And your nose. I love a good nose highlight. That's one of my favorite things. Even though I just now discovered that my nose is a little crooked, because I tried to contour it once and I was like, oh my god, my nose is so crooked. So if you see photos of me, you will see it leans, I think, more towards the right side of my face, but you gotta do what you gotta do with your snazzy. And then for blush, I'm going to do the NYX Ombre blush. It's their mauve tone. This is one of my favorite ones. And I'm using this Tarte brush. I didn't actually know how to use it until I watched Nicole's video on YouTube. She was putting it on her face and I realized that it was a blush brush. So thank you so much, Nicole. Your makeup tutorials have helped me so much. And I don't know why I'm talking like we're friends, but I feel like we would be friends if we met. I just think we have the same personality. And the great thing about this brush is that you can't overdo your blush with it, just because it's not as dense as most brushes. So it gives you the perfect amount of blush and you don't go too crazy with it. Because I know I sometimes apply too much blush and just work with it. You gotta own it when you go overboard. And then what I like to use for bronzer is Amaretto from Becca and Jaclin. I think it works perfect for my skin. I have a few other bronzers that just kind of make my face look really muddy. It literally looks like mud got thrown at me. So I've been using this for a while now. And it also works perfectly to sculpt my face out. Because as you can see, I am defining my bones, my jaw bones. And it's just helping give more definition to my face, because sometimes I love rocking my double chin, but at work I try to minimize that. And if you see me sniffling a lot, it's every morning. It's like this. I'm always sniffling, or I guess like what, snorting up your snot? Is there like a better term? But it's so cold where I sleep, because I live in the basement. But so I always sound so sickly in the morning, so that's also why I'm doing this voiceover, just because I didn't want to put you through the ordeal of me sniffling and not being able to talk half the time. And then I'm finally going to go back in with the antique bronze and put it on my lower lashes. And I watched a tutorial, I think it was Desi Perkins that said it, that you don't want to drag your eyeshadow all the way into your tear duct, because it, for some reason, makes you look like you have a black eye or something. So I've not been doing that. I've been going to the very last lash on my eye and dragging it there and then stopping. And I think it actually works better too. So shout out to Desi for being one of my favorite gurus and helping me learn something new. And then I'm just smoking it out. And the makeup god spoke to me and told me I needed to use Champagne Pop as my inner corner highlight and my overall highlight. I swear I haven't found a highlighter that I like more than Prosecco Pop and Champagne Pop. They're one of my all-time favorites. The ColourPop ones are a close second, but using this at work is probably one of my favorites, just because it's blinding and it also just elevates your face. I think you have to have a good highlight, so I highly suggest that. And as you can see, there was a huge change in lighting. I don't know why my camera always disrespects me like this, but it does. So the coloring's a little off, so I'm sorry about that. It kind of washes me out. I tried to white balance, but I couldn't even save it. And I'm taking this eyeliner. It's a black brown. I think it's called by Palladio. I don't know. It was on sale at NYX. Not NYX. It was on sale at Ulta. And I bought the emerald shade, and it's probably one of the best drugstore eyeliners I've used. It has a very thin applicator, and you can draw your wing to cut a bitch or do like a light slay, which is what I like to do for work. And it's very hard to mess up your winged eyeliner with the tip that they give you, so I highly recommend getting it, especially if they still have the buy one get one 50% off, because you're literally probably going to spend $5. And now I'm just going to finish up my look. I'm going to put on my NYX Full Figured mascara. I just put it on my top and bottom lashes just to finish up the look. And then I'm going to do lips and stuff off camera because I need to go eat breakfast. Like I said, I probably didn't tell you all in the beginning, but I wake up super early in the morning, so I try to do most of my makeup. And then I go eat, then I do my hair and put on my lips. So I like to apply this. Obviously it looks like I'm going very slow, but this is basically my morning routine once I get this all finished. I used, it was Gypsy from ColourPop. That's probably the best color that they released in their fall line. I personally love it, and I wear it to work all the time. And I don't do my eyebrows either because I just don't really care about them. I'm letting them do their own thing because I realize they're part sperm in the back and part bush in the front, so they're kind of disrespecting me right now, so I'm letting them grow until I can finally tame those bad boys.